Hey, what's going on, YouTube? This is 10 Thumbs Review Network. I'm the Infinity Man himself, and what we like to do here is talk about some games that have just come out. I want to eventually get to some older games, maybe talk about some VR games. I do it all. But here on the 10 Thumb Review Network, the way we rate things is with our thumbs. So, we've got 5 categories. Each category comes with 2 thumbs, 1 thumb, no thumbs at all. So, the first game we're going to talk about here is Atomfall. Let's see how many thumbs this game can get. Now, before we get into the review, let's read the description just to see how close we can get to what it is the developers wanted us to see. A nuclear disaster has left an area of Britain in tatters. Atomfall, a new survival action game, will see you explore, scavenge, craft, barter, and fight your way through a beautifully recreated scenery in search of answers. That's a pretty basic, covers all explanation of a game. Very minimal, which is exactly how this game is. So first, let's talk about the graphics of the game. The graphics are good. They're not gonna blow you out of the water. There's some detail in the world, and seeing the NPCs up close during conversations is good. There's just something about it when you're putting it all together that makes one cohesive visual, and it feels fine. Now, the graphics of the game, I'm gonna go ahead and just give it a 1 thumb. Here's why. The game does not look bad. The game is not necessarily gonna blow your socks off, but it don't look bad. This is coming from people who bought us the Sniper Elite series, which ball busters, the graphics are good. There's no other way around it. The greens are green, the hills are white, mountains, whatever you want to call them. The water looks crisp, especially when you go walking through it, you see a little bit of ripples, or when enemies go through it, you see ripples. Facial animations, the lip sync, it's all there. It looks good. It's not wow, it's not crazy, it's not groundbreaking. I don't know, maybe it's like a filter or something. Realistic enough, but not hyper realistic like some Unreal Engine 5 stuff that you'll see. But the graphics, they're passable. It's not much I can really say about that. So next up, we have the sound. The sound design is really good. I love the meaty sounds of combat, the chatter of NPCs in the world, the sound of water as you run through it. Sound cues are spot on, and they really knock it out of the park. Now, the sound for me, 2 thumbs up. It sounds amazing. The first time you take a shot with a weapon, it's beefy, it's pure, it's manly. It makes you just want to go again. And pow, 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 pow. I don't know. Anyway, look, it looks good. It sounds good. Like I said, the sounds of the nature, you'll be hearing the birds before you see them, or you'll hear the wings flutter, chirping. The water, water sounds. The water sounds good, the nature sounds good, the gun sounds good, the combat sounds so beefy. Geez. The chatter with NPCs before you even see them, you'll hear them whistling about, you'll hear them going about their routes, their routines. It's not a lot to hear, but what you do hear sounds good. Now, conversations with the NPCs, once again, perfect. Sure, your character may not speak, but the responses that you get to the decisions that you choose, they sound good. Now, music-wise, is very minimal, like the rest of the game. There's not a whole lot of music. You're not gonna get some crazy, dun 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 dun. You're not gonna get nothing crazy. You're not gonna get nothing big and bombastic. The combat music, it kicks in, it's there. Memorable? Not at all. But it's there, and it sounds good when it happens. But then there's nothing.
Out here! Bloody hell!
Well, that
happened?
Got you
Oh,
now.
I'm not standing up. Whoa. Okay, that was cool. Yeah, I'll take it. A police truncheon and some meat and a Cornish pasty. Yum yum.
Like wandering through the world, searching for stuff. There's no like creeping in music that comes in behind you and lets you feel that sense of exploration. They leave all of that up to you. And that's fine. I mean, it's a minimal game, so with their minimal approach to music, I'll still give the sound 2 thumbs up. Now, let's talk about the world. The world looks good, but I'm torn between what is and what was. On one hand, you've got the aftermath of what I wish we could have played through. Like, yeah, give me some prequel because I want to see this as it's going down, not the aftermath. Then on the other hand, we have this vibrant, lush, green view of nature and untouched and clear waters, running with the birds and doves and whatnot flying about. 2 pictures were painted on the same canvas and they look good, but I feel like they would have looked better individually. So going through that, I mean like, when you step out into the world, it doesn't look necessarily war-torn or like there was this big explosion that went off, nuclear explosion of all explosions that just went off and really messed things up. Nah, it's more like a big fire came through and then stuff grew over it. I don't know how to really explain it, but here's what I mean. You're walking through the world, you can see the grass and it looks good. You see the trees, it looks good. You see the rocks, you see the water, and I don't know what it is about this game's obsession with birds, but you see the birds and they all look good except for one bird. There's one bird we gonna talk, there's one bird. I ain't like that bird.
What the fuck?
Anyway, it looks clean. It looks like I could camp here. But then as you get towards like the village, you can see where things don't look so good. Things are run down, rusted out cars, rusted out train yards, and the people look rusted out. Everything just looks rusted out like y'all just came from a war, but the war didn't take place here. The war took place over there, and over there was where I want to be. Over there is where I want to see the experience. But that's what the world looks like. Now, there's a whole underground section to this game as well. Once you get inside of the bunkers, and it looks like what you would expect the bunker to look like, except for some out of place things that happen or that are there, some zombie-esque type of deals. The world is not bad, but it ain't cohesive with itself. It's there, but it ain't, I don't know, it just ain't all there for me personally. So I'll go ahead and I'll just give the world the 1 thumb. Good job, could have did better, you could have did way worse. So I'm happy with it, I'm satisfied. So, after the world, let's go into the gameplay. The gameplay is okay. It's extremely simple. There really isn't much to talk about. You just go and do whatever it is you're supposed to do. You're not told how to play, but there isn't much variation to how you can approach anything. You meet an NPC who tells you to talk to someone else to get the information you're looking for before you go out to get what you're looking for, but then you come across a roadblock with a note that says, find this person to get this done, and then they send you off elsewhere, and I just really don't like that. It's like finding the long and convoluted way to the end. Picking up a note after a note after a note after a note and calling it an investigation is no different than talking to an NPC. And when you give the exact coordinates to the exact place that I need to be, it really doesn't feel like any different than following a quest marker. Now, it's not all bad because I like the combat. Throwing melee weapons, firing guns, kicking ass, it feels good. You can beat up some rats, you can beat up some bats, it all just feels good. And then reading notes and following the coordinates though, it's not so good. So, the gameplay. I'll go ahead and give the gameplay 1 thumb. Here's why. The gameplay is divisive. There's 2 parts to this game. There's the exploration, then there's the combat. The combat Like I said before with the sounds, damn, it feels good. I mean, when you take this cricket bat and you just, and I mean, you feel it. The feedback is amazing. The way the enemies, they fall back and flail around, and you get a real solid hit, and you can just see them crane to the, oh my God. Backflips, side flips, all of that. Then you can throw them. I love a good game that has a melee system that lets me throw my melee weapon. Simple as that. It's like they really went all in when it comes to melee. There is not a whole lot of gore and dismemberment and stuff, and that's okay. Normally, I need that, but here, not so much, because they simply gave me the feedback I was looking for during the fights, during the kicking ass, during the shootouts. Damn, it felt good. But then you go into the exploration, and it's kind of boring. It's not like you're really discovering much. It's like they tell you where to go, the exact precise point. They're like, yo, go straight, give me a map. Go here, right here, don't go anywhere else. If you go straight to where they want you to go, you're gonna find everything you need to find. And at that point, sure, I don't see a visualization of a waypoint on my screen, but whipping out my map just to look at it and say, okay, I'm gonna go right there, it feels as if I'm just following a waypoint. Now, maybe I played it wrong, but there wasn't too much incentive to go off the beaten path unless I'm stuck on one investigation and I want to go do another investigation. Now, that part I do like. You don't have to do any of these in any necessary order at all. And to be honest, you could miss a whole lot of it and still get to the end of the game just fine. But gunplay, combat, that half of the game, thumbs up. Exploration, going about the world, the little prompts to do things with navigation, like if you want to lay prone, you can't. But if you hold the prompt, you'll go prone just to get under this, or you'll climb through this little gap over there. And I cannot stand holding X to do Y, or holding A to do B. If I'm holding it, if I press it, I've committed to it enough. I don't see the sense of having to hold it. There's not an animation of me struggling to get something done. I'm just holding it to hold it. So there are some mechanics in this game that I like to talk about. There's the crafting, there's the level up system, XP system. There's the perk system. I'm calling it a perk system because that's what it's a perk system. Crafting, perk system, and maybe a little bit on the inventory management and the trade system, whatever. So, the crafting system. You can go through the game without having to engage in the crafting system, but you will mess with the crafting system for the simple fact that there's not a lot of stuff that you can get for free. You're gonna have to make some things. You're not gonna be able to get these things from a trader because you simply don't have the necessary tools in order to get through the trade, because there is no currency here. On to that later. But yeah, so you can make some bandages, you can make some nail bombs, you can make all types of things. And you don't necessarily play, no, you have to find the recipe for it, which is a one-time thing. Even though there's multiple ways to get it, once you learn it, you can pretty much just give them off to the traders. But yeah, so crafting is there, but it's nothing big and nothing that you have to do. We have the perk system. The perks, minimal, just like the rest of the game. It's not this big, expansive perk tree, something like Assassin's Creed or Path of Exile. Instead, you just get minor bumps to little things. You take a little more damage, deal a little more damage, stuff like that. And it doesn't grow and grow and grow and grow. There really is like a small handful of perks that you can get from here. Nothing crazy, very minimal, nothing game-changing, that's for sure. The trade system. As you're wandering through the world, that's pretty boring to get through, there's some traders. And there's no bottle caps, there's no toilet paper, there's no money, no US dollars, no pre-war money, or none of that stuff. Instead, you give your items to them, they give items to you. We've seen this in other games before. So again, it's nothing that's crazy, it's nothing new. We've seen it before, it's been done before. I appreciate the fact that it's been done again by someone else, because what currency are you going to use inside of this zone where money doesn't matter? But it's there, it's something to do. So, the gameplay, one thumb, one thumb. But, biggest part about this, discovering the mystery, the story, let's see how many thumbs we can get with that. Now, the weakest part of the game, for me, is sadly the story. I don't care. There's no urgency. No one's in danger. It's not funny. It's not suspenseful. It's not action packed. I'm not trying to save the princess or the world or anything. I'm a guy who woke up in a shitty part of town and I need to get out. Who am I? I don't know. How did I get here? I don't care. What's my purpose here? Nobody knows. I don't mind the minimalist aspect of games. I actually really enjoy a game that I have to figure things out, but damn, I need something to get out of the bed first. I need something that's gonna wake me up and it's gonna entice me to want to go out and figure out what the hell's going on. I don't always have to be the hero or anything, but I need to know who I am and or why am I here. In the end, I just didn't care with this one. And then there's the little mysteries throughout the game. Boy, I just did not care. I mean, they sure did try to get you to, get in there, but I didn't care. When I'm reading about someone or something on a piece of paper or hearing a voice through a telephone, there's just nothing in it for me. I don't care about this mystery. I find a note about a platoon, then it leads me to another note, and it's like, am I supposed to care about these guys? And back to the phones that clearly look like they shouldn't work, but they have a voice that only I can hear and nobody else can. But then again, I really do not care. This big bunker that everyone knows about, but everyone doesn't know anything about. This big bunker that everyone knows about, but knows nothing about. I don't even care. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna come right out and say it. The story here, this sucks. It's, I don't, okay, I wouldn't say it sucks. It's boring. It is so boring. It is so boring. This is how boring the story is. No spoilers. All right, you wake up, right? And there's a guy who runs in, and he's like, hey, you gotta get out of here. It's too late for me, but you can get out of here. And it's just like, who am I? What am I here for? Who are you? What are you here for? I need to leave? What if I like it here? I don't know. It just didn't click with me. Then you get out into the world, and the first thing you see is this red telephone box that makes you think of Doctor Who, and it's just like, you go answer the phone because it's ringing. You go in there, you answer the phone, you hear a voice, and the voice literally says nothing. Like, it doesn't give you any exposition, nothing. And so when you leave the telephone, you see this guy in the corner, and you talk to him, and he tells you to go talk to somebody. And it's just like, bro, oh my God, we just started. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know my own name. I don't even have a voice. I don't care. I just don't care. And it's hard to continue to want to go through a story when I just don't care for any of the characters. I don't care for myself. I don't care for the world. I don't care for the this. I don't care for the that. I don't care for those, thems, and all of that. I just don't care. So, how do you make me care? Some cutscenes, some incentives. Maybe I hear a voice over the phone, and that voice is someone that I know, like a wife or a daughter or a son or a friend. Help, help, get to me. Cool. Now I have something that I want to go towards. But when the phone just says, bibbidi bobbidi boo, bubbidi bobbidi boo, it's just like, okay. Or if the phone says, don't find me, I'm like, oh, fine, roll credits, because I beat the game. I found the phone, it didn't want to be found. I don't want to go further into it to figure out, because I can go play a different game. So the story, goose eggs, no thumbs. All right, so we've heard about the 5 points. The graphics, they're good, passable. The sound, it's amazing. I really, really like the sound, both of what I was doing and what the world was just doing around me. Not necessarily the music, but that went along with the theme. The world, one thumb. I mean, don't worry about these fingers. These are thumbs. I'm all thumbs, 10 thumbs. So, anyway, the world, one thumb. The reason why the world gets one thumb is because it looks good, but there's zero payoff for anything. It didn't do it for me. I found some stuff, but nothing happened when I got there. So, the world, one thumb. Gameplay, one thumb. Fucking pinky. Gameplay gets one thumb simply because I feel as if the combat was amazing. The exploration was shit. And then there's the story. You get nothing from me. I won't even pretend to give this story one. I'll give it an A for effort, but you get no thumbs out of this guy because it just wasn't there for me. It was boring as hell. So, 5 out of 10, which 10 being amazing, 0 being absolute dog shit. 5 is right in the middle. So it's a middle game. It's mid. It's alright. I wouldn't pay 50 or 40. I probably, honestly, now that I know the game shit with the story, I probably wouldn't play 30. But I got it on Game Pass. I love Game Pass. Game Pass is nice because I can play games like this without having to pay full premium price. At the end, they got paid for it, and I was glad that I could play it. So I feel like a game like this will definitely benefit from what we have here. Great foundation, it's a high foundation. But the next game that comes from this IP or whatever you want to call it, from Atomfall, the story, I feel like it will do a Kingdom Come Deliverance, right? The first Kingdom Come Deliverance was a great game. But, you know, it was just like, all right, so now kill it for me. And then Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 came out, and by far the greatest game of 2025, period, hands down, better than Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is good too. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it's good. The next one, we'll see what happens with the next one. How about that? Atomfall 2, can't wait to play it. Atomfall, not really Fallout. I don't know why people keep saying, you know, Fallout. Stop. This has nothing to do with Fallout. It's nothing like Fallout. I'll give it weak Stalker vibes, like weak Stalker without the, I can't even give it Stalker. I mean, a little bit of Stalker, like Stalker Light, Stalker plus Stalker at home, Stalker. Indie Stalker, nah. It's really tiny, itty bitty, baby's first Stalker. How about that? Baby's first Stalker. Yeah, baby's first Stalker, maybe we can pinch a Fallout. But other than that, that's Atomfall. And I hope to see you again on my next review or my gameplay video or whatever. I'm in a lot of places having a lot of discussions about a lot of stuff with a lot of different people because I just love video games. And I like television. I like anime. I like movies. And I like So, I mean, let's talk about it. Anyway, though, this is the 10 Thumb Review Network. I'm the Infinity Man. And in case you haven't heard it today, that shirt, yeah, look at it. That shirt, it's a good looking shirt. But with that, I am out of here. I'm gone.